Hello, and welcome to the Anna L. Brothers Show and podcast, where we inspire, encourage, and empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. So, previously on my other podcast since January, we've been talking about numerous things, and last week we talked about dreams and our goals, and I thought I would come back on today and talk about dreams in another aspect. So, hi, I'm Anna. I'm a retired school teacher. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a health and jewelry consultant. And I'm also a certified cake instructor. And so, the purpose of my podcast is to provide knowledge and workshops and speakers to inspire and encourage and empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. It's really all about the well being of the whole individual. So I thought I would come on and kind of talk about dreams in a different aspect because most of the time when people think about dreams, they think about really just sleeping and what you dream in in the course of your sleeping at night. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about what do dreams mean. So we're going to look at it in a different aspect. But before I begin, I would like to show you a brief commercial. So just hold on one moment while I pull it up for you, and I'll be right back.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Well, I don't know what I did, y'all, but I'm here. It was supposed to come on at 7:30. I called myself pre-recording this because I had something to do, but it's okay that I'm on a little early. Hello, Latricia. Hello, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. And also, hello, Dr. Tina Ramsey. I'm experimenting here. I thought I would be coming on at 7:30. I was trying to pre-record, but it wasn't working. So I'm just on a little early because I have a meeting, and it might come back on again at 7:30. But I do want to. I think when I first came on, I was muted, so I need to go back a little bit and kind of tell you who I am. I'm Anna. I'm a retired school teacher. I'm an author, a speaker, a health and jewelry consultant, as well as a certified cake instructor. And the purpose of my podcast is to provide knowledge, workshops, and speakers to inspire, encourage, and empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. And so today, what we're going to learn a little bit about is what do dreams mean? But before I get started, I wanted to also let you know that you could support me by sending stars. And this is on my Facebook page. So stars help me earn money to make more content, in my video or in my podcast, as well as in the videos and things that I made. I also want to let you know that you can sponsor or be a guest on my program. It's free to be on. All I ask is that you do donations. And if you're interested in doing something like that, you can reach out to me on my website. This is my website. So you can, it's a bit, but you can reach out there. I have quite a few sponsorships that you can look into, and you can might just make up your own if you like. The only thing that I will say that I do not have on there is an episode um, sponsor, but you're more than welcome to do something like that as well. So you can reach out on my website. You can reach out through my email. You can also reach out to me on my Facebook page, and you can also reach out to me on my YouTube channel. So, with that being said, before I get started, I would like to show you a brief commercial. This is, just hold on, here it comes.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. CTR Media Network.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Let me bring this up. What do dreams mean? I know we all have dreams. Okay, so let's kind of expound on that a little bit. Dreams. Well, dreams are a universal experience that includes a series of thoughts, emotions, ideas that usually occur when a person is sleeping. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I want you to know that it's been eons, you know about eons, where people have had questions about what a dream is, and they're curious as to find out the answers about it. I know that from time to time I've had a little dream. I said, what does that mean? And, I would look it up, But as I go through this, you will see that some of the things that you dream about, they have multiple meanings. And so I'm going to try to go through that as well. It might have intrigued your interest and might have made you wonder, what do dreams mean? What is the meaning of drowning or seeing a snake? If you have the same questions, then this episode will help you find out answers to those questions. Here we will explore the meaning of your dreams, along with how to interpret them, where do dreams come from, and more. So, I'll repeat. Dreams are a universal experience. Everybody dreams. That includes a series of thoughts, emotions, ideas that usually occur when the person is sleeping. Although it is hard to say that what dreams consist of, it is accepted that dreams represent a collection of emotions, ideas, thoughts, events, places, and symbols that are relevant to the dreamer indirectly. It is believed that dreams are full of emotions and vivid experiences that connect them with everything's happening around you. Why do we have dreams? Well, dreams are the way your brain communicates with yourself when you're sleeping. Dreaming is more of a thinking process that possesses the thoughts, emotions, and changing events that happen from the day. Once you enter into the REM, REM, sleep cycle, that is where your dreams take place. And those thoughts continue to be symbolized in words, pictures, and different scenarios. Well, how do dreams work? Well, according to Sigmund Freud theory of dreams, these represent our unconscious desires, thoughts, wishes, and motivations. According to him, people are driven by their repressed wishes from childhood to current situations. When you sleep, some parts of your brain become dormant and the emotions take over. Through the dreaming process, you continue to explore your thoughts about the day, achievements, mistakes, hopes, or anything that deeply affects you. Do dreams have meanings? As mentioned earlier, dreams are the repressed thoughts, feelings, and emotions we collect over time. Dreams do have meaning. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about those dreams, a little bit. So, some scientists believe that what happens psychologically affects us in our dreams. For example, if someone has dealt with post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, they are more likely to experience nightmares. So, their dreams are highly driven by stress that has been settled in their unconscious mind, which they feel they had to shake off. So you see, dreams do have meaning and they occur because of some of the other rational explanations. So we're going to look a little bit further into this. Let me move. Do dreams have meanings? So I told you dreams are the repressed thoughts, feelings, and emotions we collect over time, and dreams do have meaning. So let's look at some of the, I don't know why this is like this. It always does this to me. But anyway, let's look at some of the dreams and their meaning. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at, if you have a dream about being chased. It is very common, it's a common dream that everyone at some point in their life has experienced. Being chased in a dream means you've been avoiding something or not acknowledging something. It also can mean you do not want to take other people's advice. You're very closed minded. So as I read through these, you're going to see that, like I told you before, that some of these have multiple meanings as well. So let me move on. So, dreams and their meanings. Dreams about falling. Dreams about falling. What does falling in a dream mean? I can remember, I think I must have been, I don't know if I was in high school or whether I was, it was way back then, yeah. But I can remember dreaming about falling. And I actually fell out of the bed. But at that time, I was young, I didn't know that a dream meant something. Okay. But on this, it says, um, there are clear expressions of stability or security issues in life. You might lack control of your life, basically, in your job or relationships. This could also mean that your life is going in the wrong direction. Well, that might have been true because back then, if it was high school, you're man, you're going all different kind of ways, doing all doing all kind of different things. You're not really sure about yourself when you're in high school. And if you are really, really blessed. You might be feeling overwhelmed or stressed because of your recent dreams. You can take control of your life and fix what's going wrong in your life. And so I hope that's what I did. And then you have dreams about being naked. Can't even really think that I ever had a dream about being naked, but having dreams about being naked means that you're worried about how you appear or hiding something. Another meaning um, of being naked in a dream is you might get exposed. And then the other thing is the pressure of comparing yourself with your peers. You might want to dial down the comparison to get rid of um, that type of dream. Then we have dreams about flying, and you would think that this would be something that might have been on negative, but it's really very positive. I don't. Maybe you've had a dream like this, but I really haven't had a dream like about flying. Maybe in a plane, but not, zooming, zooming through. But when you dream about flying, it means confidence, hope, and freedom. You have that feeling of being independent. You have strong willpower to free yourself from all obstacles. You're ready to achieve many things in life, and you have your life under control and are capable of taking it to the next level. I think that I need to dream about flying, don't you? I'm just saying that is really, really, uh, it's just positive when you dream. So all of your dreams are not negative. And most of the time, you'll see as I go along that most of these are positive or they're in um, a self awareness part of your life as well. Oh, what did Tony say? I do. You dream, Tony. You dreamed about flying. Oh, how wonderful! That is excellent because these are when you dream about that, it's very, very strong and powerful, if I must say so myself. I think so. So we're going to move on and we're going to talk about dreams about death. And so when you think about, and I've heard this when I was growing up, because I'm from the South, and I've heard what you say. You say all the time. Sometimes I'm gonna talk about not remembering your dreams too. Thank you so much for coming on. But I know when I was growing up and people would dream about death. Now I have dreamed about death, but somebody told me that when you dream about death, somebody's gonna be born. That was what, I had heard that somebody was getting ready to have a baby or something. But when I delved into the research, it says you have expected a change in your life or are ready for self transformation. You have discovered or are ready for self transformation. So if someone else is dying in your dream, it would mean that their lifespan has increased and you are reinventing your relationship with that person. If you see a dead person in your dream, it would mean you are having a hard time accepting that loss and you need some closure. Now, that is so far away from what was, what you grow up and people tell you things. It's always good to do a little research. And, all the research that you do might not be, that sometimes it might be biased, but I'm just saying, it according to let me tell you this, according to the Hindu psychology, because I'm gonna tell you, different people interpret it differently. Seeing a dead person refers to their unfulfilled wish. If you see someone deceased asking for something, then you should try to complete it for them. So it's saying that if you see this person, this is Hindu psychology, is what they're saying. So many people interpret things differently, and that's why I decided to go ahead and do a little research on dreaming, as because I think that's just something that we all do. And sometimes people, not men, but women dream. I don't know, maybe men dream about pregnancy, but it might be in a different aspect as, different than women. But pregnancy dreams could mean that you're ready to take your relationship to another level, or you are serious about the relationship that you're in. It could also mean there are new opportunities around the corner for you, and you're thinking about choosing a new job, or it could simply mean that you show a desire to get pregnant. So, those are all the things that could be possible for dreaming about pregnancy. Now, let's look at dreaming about water. Now, I have dreamed about water. Not that I'm drowning, but water can be really soothing to you. And so I have dreamed about that. And it says that dreams about water means enormous success or a disturbed emotional mental state. I'm going to think it's going to be enormous success for me. I'm not going to go that other route. I just, I just want to, I just want to say that I'm just not going to go that other route. Okay. There are types of water that can appear in your dreams. So there's different types of water. If you see clear water, you have found clarity and are really clear about your wants. However, if you see muddy or dirty water, it could mean sadness or unclear feelings. And another meaning of seeing water could be that you're feeling unsupported by your loved ones. Okay. Water can be consuming or threatening. It possesses strong emotions such as anger, pain, happiness, or feeling stuck. What you are doing with the water or how it is surrounding you also helps in the interpretation of the water. Now, let me ask you all this. How many of you have dreamed about food? Oh, Lord. I know I have dreamed about food. I'm going to be honest. And it says that when you dream about food, you might just feel hungry and just want something to eat. Okay. Or it could mean a desire to eat something nice. I like shrimp and I like seafood and I like shrimp boils and crab boils and, all of those things I like. And sometimes I dream about them. And so if I do dream about it, then I got to have it. So, I get up, I say, oh, I had the taste for so and so. And there's this restaurant that I like Mexican food, and there's this restaurant that I go to. One of my sorority sisters and I, we go to, and oh, they have the best food. Sometimes I dream about it, and sometimes I believe that she does too, because she'll call me and say, "Girl, come on, meet me up at the restaurant." And we go there. It is so relaxing, and they have mariachi people on the weekend playing the music and stuff as you're eating. And so food. I think everybody in some way or another dreams about food. But do you ever have recurring dreams? A dream that you now I've had this. Look like sometime I dream, and the next time I don't can't remember. And when I dream again, I pick up where I left off. Have you ever had that happen to you? That has happened to me. So, a recurring dream, they're saying, is that some unresolved issues are in your life. You might not be focusing on something important. The chances of having such dreams increases in people who are unhappy with their life. Now, I don't think I'm unhappy with my life, but I can say I might not be focused on something, and I believe that that might be why it's reoccurring, but I don't get those often. I really don't. But it's just it amazes me. Oh Lord, Tony says. Tony says that I've continued a dream 3 times in one day. It happens, and I be saying, "Ooh," and sometimes I say to myself, "Heck, I hate I woke up because I really, you'd be so excited. I really wanted to know what happened next." Okay, and it's always something that kind of just throws you off, and then the next night you get a little bit more, or down the way you might get a little bit more of that dream. But it's straight as I was, like I said, as I was going through this and looking at the research on it, and some of these things. Now, some of these things, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like I said, I had different meaning or mindset on what some of these really, really meant, or and I took this from different. I looked at different research papers and things that people do. I do a lot of research for this program because it's important. It's important that people know and understand. Let me see what he said. 30 minutes of sleep each time. It seems way long. Really, it really does. Little short naps. That's me. And I don't know about you, Tony, but as you get older, you take naps. I take naps. I used to didn't take naps, but sometimes I just have to take a nap. And during that little nap, I might have a little snippet, of a dream. Um, Now, sometimes I can remember it, and sometimes I can't. You know. But let's talk. Do you ever dream about animals? Dreaming about animals. Now, I'm going to tell you that I did dream about animals. Not, when like I said, when I was younger, and I think maybe in high school and stuff, I can remember dreaming about snakes, and oh, I can remember, and it might have been just psychologically because like I told you, I'm from the South, and the little boys would get the garden snakes, and they would run and and chase you with these garden snake. And it could be just a phobia that when I went to sleep, I just felt like somebody was chasing me um, with the um, with the snakes. But it says that when you dream about an animal, it says seeing animals in your dream is related to personality traits, and it's saying that you might have similar personality traits to that particular animal. So, for example, seeing an owl could mean having an observant behavior. Seeing a dog could mean loyalty, while seeing a snake could mean many things. So this didn't tell me anything about the snake, but it did say it didn't say anything I say basically negative. It says it can be like good luck. So seeing a snake could be good luck, because I would think that it would be probably be something negative, but it's not. But it also says that uh, untrustworthy people could be a part of, you know, the snake. And also, it might mean you have hidden desires, hidden desires. So, like I said, most of these is, they have multiple meanings. And so you need to kind of look at it and evaluate. Have you ever thought about dreaming about taking a test? And what it's saying is you're not prepared for things in life. And two is lack of confidence, or you should face unexpected events that are about to happen in your life. And I can remember dreaming about a test. It was when I was working on my master's, and I had to take this. Even though I was finished, I had to, you had to pass an exam, and it was a long. I studied and I studied and I studied, and I guess I had anxiety about it, and so naturally that night, I before the test, I dreamed about that test, and lo and behold, the next day when I got up to go to take the test, because I was married, and you know, I had I had I had a child, and I did not want. I had arranged to have a babysitter while I go take the test. Well, when I went to take my child to the babysitter, she was not there, and I'm telling you, I really panicked then because psychologically and all of those things. Because I said, "Oh God, am I gonna get out of school?" Working on your masters, and am I gonna get out? What is going on here? But it all turned out. It all turned out good. I just took her with me, and it was something that had happened. It wasn't done intentionally. She had a family emergency and she left. She thought she would be back in time. But I just went on and took my baby with me. And when I got there, I explained everything to them, and they just let me sit in the back with her and take my exam. And so, I did get my master's, and I think that was when I was working on my master's in early childhood uh, edu- education. I don't think it was um, my administration, because I think she was a little bit older um, then. But you can have all kinds of dreams about being um, infidelity. Now, let me tell you this one. This is what it says about this one. If your partner cheats, you have trust issues with your partner. But if you dream about cheating, it means you're not getting everything in that relationship. This is what it's saying. The research is saying about that. And then you have dreams where you can't move. Okay. I don't remember having a dream where I couldn't move, but it's saying that you're emotionally trapped or afraid of the future. And that could be all of us. I think that we all can be emotionally trapped, afraid of the future. You're always afraid kind of the unknown. And you're trying to say that not it's saying that you're not in control of your life. But I hope that these things help you so that you can kind of understand that you can always take control of your life. Um, so let me now. I don't think I'm gonna ever have this one. Dreams where you can't speak, because I'm a talker to my heart. I've been talking all my life. I got in trouble in school for running my mouth. So this is probably good that I'm doing this podcast, because it gives me the chance to come on and just talk, 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 talk. So it says you might want to share some things, but are not able to. So when you dream about you can't talk, or when you're not unheard of, or your opinion doesn't matter. And so when you have it where your opinion doesn't matter, then you might dream that you can't speak. You're silent. But have you ever dreamed about meeting a celebrity? And so what they're saying is that you have strong feelings for that celebrity, or your inner desire or fantasy to meet or hang out with that celebrity. You want to absorb some of the personality traits of that particular uh, celebrity. I don't remember dreaming about it. But like I said, it's a possibility. I'm going over all of these, and there are many, many more. But these are just some of the few. Um, but because sometimes you dream and you don't remember your dream, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit too. So, what about dreams about showing up late. So you're dealing with a high stress level, is what it's saying. And you have anxiety or pressure also leads to dreams like this. And so that's probably what happened when I was taking my exam. I was having anxiety or, pressures. I really was really on a high stress level as well. So you want to make sure that you can know how to handle stress. And I have given a podcast on stress and how to handle stress because, believe it or not, stress is not going anywhere, and stress is a part of our life. And so, what we must learn to do is to learn how to cope or have coping mechanisms to help us with stress because we just can't get around it. Uh, I hate to say that, but it's true. So we're going to take a brief commercial break, and then I'm going to come back and talk about how to interpret your dreams and also how to dream about what you want. Now, that was a new one on me, dreaming about what I want. So just bear with me just for a few moments while I switch over to my commercial sponsors here.
The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today.
Okay, let us move on. Thank you for listening. Tips on how to interpret dreams. So, dreams interpretation is a way of understanding your dreams and know if they're revealing something to you. Dreams have meanings and they change with time or in situations. There are certain ways to interpret dreams. Knowing them can help you understand them better without freaking out. Okay, like I freaked out with the snakes and the test. Okay. Notice what you're doing. That's the first one. Notice what you're doing. Every dream has a different meaning. Sometimes you might have dreams of being chased or enjoying a vacation in the Bahamas. But the key point here is that you should know what you are doing in your dream. Now that you know the meaning of dreams, understanding your actions will indicate the meaning of the dream. So the next thing you want to do is to check the location in your dream. Knowing where you are gives a kickstart of what your dream is going to be about. If you see yourself in a calm place enjoying nature, then it would be a good dream. If you're dreaming about being chased, that means you know what that means. About being chased, because we just talked about that one. Okay. So the next thing is you want to identify your feeling in that dream. And by that I mean your feeling in the dreams solves half the problem. You want to focus on your emotions like fear, love, anxiety, or calmness. How the dream continues and what you feel is what the dream is all about. You want to consider all the elements. Dreams have tiny or blurry details. There might be some things that appear in the dream repeatedly. You must notice the next time in your dream, like if a clock appears in your dream, then it could be a stress related dream. And then see how you appear in your dream. If it's a dream, it can get fictional. In some dreams, you could become someone else or appear differently, like an animal or so. It helps you to understand where you stand and whether you are the one experiencing something or inflicting action on someone else. Uh, it's a lot here. Wouldn't you agree? And you would never think that all of these things would be happening when you're dreaming. You know, like I said, I'm just a teacher, but I will research. But it's so strange that when you're in school, they don't teach you all these things. You know, you kind of in one frame mind. When you're there. I never, when I did the thing on mental health, even though I was a teacher, I just never ever, they didn't talk about slightly, they brushed over it, a little bit about the mental health. And if I hadn't got into, looking into this, and if my mother hadn't gotten ill and had dementia, I probably would have been just as naive as I was when she got it. Okay, but it just my mindset and knowing and trying to improve and do things better, I just decided that I needed to learn for myself, and if I didn't know, then other people didn't know. And that's the framework of of my podcast, to share knowledge and bring people on, and that are more, because I don't know everything, that are more knowledgeable than I am. So, how to dream about what you want. So it's saying that if you want to dream about something that you want, then there are ways to do it. Make sure that when you go to bed, that you're comfortable while sleeping, and you're not going to bed with emotional baggage. Okay, so you want to try to go to bed without that. So sometimes it's good to have calming music. I know they advertise, I don't know where I saw it, might have been on Facebook, where they have the calm music. And you can meditate and do all those type of things before, kind of wind down, because our day is stressful as it is, most of the time. So what would help is to keep a dream journal. It might help you write down the details of your dream, so that next time you remember it or recreate the same dream. So I believe when we have that dream again and we add on to it, I think that's what's happening there. That's just my opinion. But I do think that that's what's happening. We remember it, and then we want to recreate the same dream, and we move on to the next little episode in that dream. You want to remind yourself, if you're dreaming, ask yourself, am I dreaming? That's a good head start. Ooh, I know sometimes I say, I must have been dreaming. Then you done that. I must have been dreaming. If you know that for sure, then you can control what happens to you in your dream. You want to think of what you want to dream about before sleeping. So have it in your mind. That might help you as well. Before hitting the bed, make sure you focus on your thoughts, on what you want to dream about. I'm going to try this one, that one. And then you want to train your mind to remember. You can train your mind to remember your dreams by meditating. Once you remember your dreams, chances are you will start off where you left. Okay? So now you can see what's happening when we go back and dream. We have that same dream and we move on to another episode. It's telling us that we can start where we left off. Life is funny. Then we have why do people forget their dreams? It is really normal for people to forget about what they dream of. This event that happens to the events that happen during the dream are not recorded when we wake up. Almost 95% of dreams are forgotten easily. Or even if you remember them, you won't remember all of them. So keep that in mind as you going through your journey of dreaming. How you wake up also matters because you are more likely to experience vivid dreams and even remember them. If you wake up during the REM phase, if you wake up in the not REM stage, then chances are you won't remember any dreams since you had none. And there are times when I have not had, I don't dream every night. Uh, so now that you know what causes dreams are our emotions, we cannot control them all the time. So if you want to control your dream memory, here's a few things that you can do. These might help you to catch the minute details of your dreams better. Note down everything the next morning. Sleep at a decent time so that you get to the REM stage. I have a hard time with that. I'm still trying to focus on, they say um, 7 to 8 hours a night. I can't get in. The most I can get in sometimes is 6. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 4, because when I wake up, I just get up and start, doing things. It says that you need to meditate before sleeping. Now I try, but when I do that, I fall asleep and then I'm angry because but I guess I'm tired. And that's when I wake up, at 2, try to rest. And sometimes I try to read, and when I wake up, the book is, over there on the other side of the bed, page all turned up and everything. But I guess it's all good. I don't know. And then it says, when you wake up, try to remember. So now that you know what your dreams say about you, you'll most likely understand your dreams better. While some of the signs might be daunting, confusing, or scary, at least now you can read the interpretations of your dreams by yourself. Understanding your dream is easier said than done. But with these tips, you'll know what figures, locations, actions, and directions mean in your dreams. So I'm hoping that this episode of this podcast inspired you, encouraged you, and it also has empowered you to live a healthier lifestyle. And so, with that being said, I just want to remind you uh, that I come on every Wednesday. It's supposed to be 7:30. I was trying to pre-record this, but as you can see, I came live, and that's okay. It's good. It's all good. I'm learning, and so as I go through the process, that's what it's all about, learning. So that's a aspect, and it might be another one on here that's a snippet because I don't know what I did, but I'm getting there. So I just want to remind you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Uh, Also to remind you, if you want to be on my show, or, I am going to have guests. And this is today, I believe, is um, Women's International History Day. And so I normally only do one live podcast a month, but I'm fortunate this month. One of my guests wanted to be on for things, so I squeezed her in. So I'm going to have two guests on this month, and I am going to show you those things in my upcoming events. So let's look at my upcoming events, and not just mine, but I'm a part of the CTR Media Network, and they also have a event that is coming up in May, and it is going to be in the Atlanta area. It's going to be May 6th, and it's going to be from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. It's going to be a live broadcast. Unfortunately, I will not be there. But by all means, if you're in the area and uh, tickets, you can go to the CTR Media Network to get your tickets for that event, and they're going to be doing live broadcasting there. And the guests, some of these guests I have already met. I've talked to Michael Finley, as well as Sheree Moore. The other two ladies I have not spoken to as of yet, but I'm sure that it is going to be a powwow event, because I know that Dr. Ramsey puts on a really nice presentation for you. So you want to, if you're in that area, to please come and support CTR Media Network. And then on the 22nd of this month, I'm going to have my special guest will be Erica Johnson. She is also a CEO. She's an educator, she's a realtor, and she's also an author. And down there in the corner, you'll see her little book. She has, what I like about this, and I'm going to let her come on and explain all this to you, because I'm very much into early childhood education. That was what my degree is. And I believe in starting with the babies, and it's never too late or too early to start with them. And so this is a book about basically her daughter learning um, about real estate. And so she's going to come on. She does other things too, but she's going to come on and she's going to talk to us about that. And then I'm going to have Allison Perkins Cardwell. I've been knowing her for a long, long time, and I'm not going to tell you the story on how we came about to know each other, because I'm going to save that for our show. But she is a entrepreneur, philanthropist. She's an author, and she's also a chef. She does quite a few things, and she will be on March 29th. So please tune in. She really has a story. This is a dynamite lady, if I must say so myself. She wears many hats, and she does really well um, in those. So, with all of that being said, I am going to leave you this evening with the three L's. Those are my things that I really love. So the first thing is you're going to live. And it's very important that you live. And you want to live your life to the fullest. Life is short. And so you want to have fun. Don't let anyone bring you down and have you all depressed. Live your life like you feel you should live your life, to make you feel whole as an individual. And then the second thing is that you want to laugh. And I know that many of you have heard that laughter is good for the soul, but it is. you can be so sad and somebody make you laugh, and you be looking at them like, come on now, don't you see I'm sad? But it's just so rewarding when you laugh. And from time to time I try to post things to make people laugh, because you need laughter in your life. Laughter, and by all means, remember to laugh about yourself, because you do crazy things. I know I do. I do laugh about myself. And then the last thing is to love. Love. I know it's very difficult for you to try to love everyone, but my grandmother always told me, baby, you can love someone and keep them at a distance. So remember that. But the most important thing is that you need to love yourself. So make sure that you find something in your day where you can pat yourself on your back and say, oh, I just love that I did that. So I want you to keep all of that in mind. And I want to also thank you so much for listening to my podcast. And by all means, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share my my podcast. Tell your friends about me and everything. And make sure you come back on March 22nd and March 29th to hear my fabulous guests. And believe it or not, I am booking up fast, y'all. I am all the way up to August. So if you feel like it's something this is a platform for you to share your thoughts. So don't feel, let people know. And you all have a great uh, rest of your evening. And I'll see you all next Wednesday, 7:30. Hopefully, I won't have to be pre-recording. I am so sorry. Talk to y'all later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.